What's up, build fam?
We're building nothing right now.
We're taking apart everything on the rear end right now. This is something we didn't film that we already did. We cut out the bottom of the trunk lining and put in this nice flat plate. And this, it still needs to be secured down, but we're gonna wait until the engine is out. This is also gonna get cut out. So right now, we took the taillights out. I don't know if I mentioned this, but we're gonna fit an oil cooler right here. This is going to be cut out
In place of this, or fit to this.
So we're going to cut all this out. You'll be able to see into the trunk for now, but the goal is to get an oil cooler flush in here.
Yep, and keep this so it still flows nicely with the lights. That's the plan.
So right now, we got the measurements for the Mishimoto oil cooler, and we're just gonna measure it out on here, cut it out, go with that. I think you said we're gonna go under a little bit just in case, and then size it up.
We'll cut it like a 1/2 inch or 3/4, not quite 3/4, 1/4 inch less. That way we can make sure it's a tight fit. You don't want a big gap between the cooler and this. So I think that's the best route. And this is a mock-up piece because it's busted, and see if we actually like what we're doing or something or other.
We've noticed that this car is a perfect race car because it is
It's totally like bent, rear-ended.
Check this out. You see that weld? This thing got rear-ended.
Show them the accordion over there. It's gonna get fixed.
You can literally see through that into the wheel well.
Shit.
So, perfect race car.
Race car.
Anyway, we're gonna get into measuring that, cut it up.
Dremel time. We'll do it, pop that off. Looks like a couple of spot welds on there.
So Cole just cut this trunk latch brace off.
We'll keep it intact in case you want to.
This is a nice, it's pretty flat.
Yeah, I can cut this a little more.
So what we're thinking is running just like this angled aluminum across here. We'll bolt it here and here. Bang, bam.
Oh, hang on. Got one that's a little better.
Boof. Bust that out. All right, build fam. It's been a few days. I can't even remember where we left off, but I got this Mishimoto oil cooler, and we are going to get this fitted right up in here. I'm pretty sure this is where we left off. We cut all this out. So I'm probably just gonna do a giant time lapse of making some more bracketry, but what in the world? Guys, so I'm gonna go to Home Depot to look for some sort of, well, I need a bracket to come out 90 and then 90 back in, so like a C bracket, and I'm pretty sure they make these brackets that are a C and they are adjustable. So they didn't have that C bracket that I thought they'd have. If you guys have ever heard of that, let me know, leave it in the comments below. I asked 3 people down there, and eventually, you know, I just said I must have seen that in a dream or something, because no one had ever heard of it. So I got this, and it's got these notches, which should give me adjustment if it is slightly off, to be able to adjust it so that it is level. So yeah, let's get this cut up. Okay, so this one is going to mount like so, and then I cut these to be able to get 2 bolts in here and there to allow for maximum adjustment, right? I could probably get a 1/2 inch of adjustment if I need it. So for both sides, let's see. It's gonna look something like that sitting in there, and it's not gonna be visible. You'll see here in a second, I'm gonna get it bolted in.
We're contemplating a very, what would you call it? Deep endeavor.
I mentioned, you want to rip the carpet out of the MR2, take the seats out? And he goes, you want to take the dash out?
Want to take it all out? Dude.
I guess we're doing that.
Everything.
Don't mind the mess, guys. It'll get cleaned up. About the nicest speaker system this car's ever seen.
The kicker, 4-inch or 2.5. What is that? 2.5?
4 or 2.5? 4.
It's a 4.
You want to put those in your pickup?
No, I want to gut my truck too.
Alright. Well, so It's kind of cool. This is a 2-piece carpet section.
There's 4 pounds right there.
This piece right here, this is the insulator. This back panel is literally like 20 pounds. So what we're thinking, since there's these drain holes, is we're literally gonna bring a hose in here and scrub it out and clean it.
Vacuum shop vac it and whatever's left.
Vac it, and then what's that paint?
It's like a textured trunk liner. It sprays out kind of bubbly, like rubber coating.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna line all of this in that and just leave it gutted.
Yep.
Check out them dimple dyes. Stock. Dude.
Hour at least of chipping.
We're at the last little bits. This stuff
Sucks.
okay, some chunks come off really easy, but wow. I mean, it's like straight up black tar that they just plaster in here.
Hi.
What you doing down there?
Seeing if there's like a couple bolts that hold the dash in.
So you're saying we're taking the dash out?
Yes, and there's a steering column, like shaft, that we could shorten and move your wheel that way. A couple inches.
Well, it's been decided. Oh, yesterday, we still got a little bit to chip out here we're gonna do when we get the dash out. But we took out all of this stuff, tar, mush,
Dampening tar.
we took it all off of here, out of the floor, probably removed about 10 pounds of freaking tar.
Easy.
And yeah, like I said yesterday, we're just gonna use that textured, it's kind of like rhino line paint, and just black out everything in here. Leave it all skeletonized. What up, Build Fam? I went down and grabbed some wire wheels. I'm going to prep the surfaces in here. It's pretty gummed up from that tar stuff, and I'm hoping that I can just get it all off. And from there, I also grabbed truck bed liner, just in a rattle can. And I'm hoping that I can get everything prepped good enough to just black out everything in here. Alright, so I think what I'm gonna do is remove this cover. It's spot welded all over the place, but it's just kind of a nasty looking skeleton. I don't know what it's gonna look like underneath, but I can only assume that it's just gonna be a flat surface. So I'm gonna drill out all of these, and there's a bunch on the side as well, and then go from there. Oops. Oopsies. I drilled through. this one. And drilled right into a coolant line. So, that's always fun. You know, it's a good time. All right, boys and girls, that's gonna do it on this one. Stripped out the interior, bed lined it, got the oil cooler mounted. On the next one of the MR2, I will be putting the head together and completing the long block. Putting the head on. I'm curious to see the fitment of this turbo. The BorgWarner S366 SXE 66 millimeter. It's pretty big. If it does fit, it's gonna be very, very tight. So tune in on that one. It's gonna be nasty. See ya.